Boom! Life lessons from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yay!
Be the eternal optimist. The guy, or Sponge I should say, always sees the best in any situation. Your thinking really does shape your reality, and because SpongeBob looks for the best, he finds it. Value people. Next one. SpongeBob knows what friendship means. He loves his pals in Bikini Bottom, even Squidward, who is always cranky, to borrow my son's words. SpongeBob knows that respect and putting people first are two of the most important elements for strong relationships. Other advice from a life lesson from SpongeBob. Be an original. SpongeBob is one of a kind. Too many among us are afraid to be ourselves. So we give up our dreams to follow the crowd. Tragic. To thine own self be true, wrote Shakespeare. Have the courage to be your true and greatest you. Warren Buffett, chairman of, one says there can be two yous. There can be two yous. Laugh and have fun. SpongeBob, there's no point in being successful but sad. Makes no sense. Yes, reach for the mountain top, but enjoy the climb as well. Life wasn't meant to be an ordeal. It was meant to be a celebration. So have big time fun as you chase and catch your most cherished dreams. How to be a happier human. Here is a simple idea that has worked brilliantly for the executive and entrepreneurs who I coach. If you want to be happier, do more of the things that makes you happy. I know that seems like an obvious point, but it's not. As we leave the wonder years of childhood, most of us stop doing the things that make our heart sing. One CEO client told me recently that when he was young, he used to love to take long solo rides on his bicycle. I stopped doing that when we had kids and work demands took over. Life just got busier, but those moments out on that bike came from some of the best days of my life. Another client, a phenomenally successful entrepreneur, shared that his passion used to be playing with his drum in a rock band. Those were incredible times. Then I started my business and it began to consume me. I miss playing music. I'd lose myself in it. Here's yours to do. Here's your to do. Make a list of your 10 greatest passions. 10 activities that will fill your heart with joy and remind you how good life can be. 10. And then, over the coming 10 weeks, inject one of those pursuits into your weekly schedule. Powerful thought. The thing that gets scheduled are the things that get done. Until you schedule something, it's only a concept. And extraordinary people don't build remarkable lives on concepts. That's one thing I always do. I always advertise. That's why I advertise my Truman Show in advance. I advertise everything publicly and I schedule it, because once it's scheduled, it's like it already happened. That's what I tell everybody when I schedule a show, and they say, I said, don't worry, it already happened. It's scheduled. Once it's scheduled, it's considered like it happened. So it's very important to schedule and to also do public announcement. It's very, very much later. Public announcement is a must. You must announce publicly. That's why I do it on Facebook. You know, also when you do public announcement like that, you commit yourself publicly. So you cannot really back down from what you said. If you have a good, like if you care about what you think of yourself, you will not want to not follow what you've put out in front of you. So They build their greatness on action and near flawless execution around their deliverables. They get things done. This 10-week program works. When you get back to doing those things that lifted your spirit and sent you soaring, you reconnect with that state of happiness that you may have lost. And part of the purpose of life is to be happy, really happy. Me, that's what I told you. If you want to really connect with the person, because to me, being happy, following, being true to myself is be like I was when I was 18, 19, 17, around that age. This is being true to myself. Like, before I get a mask put on, before they put on a mask on my face to trod in Babylon. So that's a good indication. Yeah, because our purpose is to be happy. That's why I said have the courage to set yourself happy. You have to be happy. Work hard and get lucky. That old line remains so true. The harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work, the luckier I get. Life helps those who help themselves. That's what my mother always told me. Help yourself and the sky will help you. But I think it's people, it's life. But you are life, it's you life. So you can't expect anybody else but you. You have to take action, and then other people will come and join you also in the... People will come and help you. That's how I see it. The help, yeah, you can consider it as God or something, but the God and goddesses, it's us. It's us to... Anyway, that's the way I see it. I don't need to go very, very far to look for God. I don't need to go very far. Yeah. I'm not one of those new age types that believes it's all meant to be, and that our life has been scripted by an invisible set of hands. That kind of talk smacks of victim speak and fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of success. That kind of language also lacks any sense of personal responsibility and usually comes from people too afraid to get into the game. Too afraid to get into the game. Sure, I believe that there's a force of nature that comes into play when we least expect it and most need it. And yes, I believe there is a coherence to the way our lives unfold that is highly intelligent. But I also believe deeply that we were given free will and the power to make choices for a single reason, to exercise them. I believe that we generally get from life what we give to life. I believe that good things happen to those willing to put in the effort, exercise discipline, and make the sacrifice that personal and professional greatness requires. No demands. I've also found that action has consequences, and the more good things I do, through good old hard work, the more success I see. Life favors the devoted. Not one of the uber successful people I've worked with as a leadership coach got there without outworking everyone around them. While others were home watching TV or sleeping, these great ones who have made their mark on the world and have added tremendous value to it were up early, putting in the hours, showing life that they were dedicated to their dream. I'm not, for even a moment, denying the importance of work, life, balance, and spending time with loved ones and caring for your inner life. I'll be the first to stand for those values. And I'm saying is that behind extraordinary achievement, you will always discover extraordinary effort. Just the law of nature hasn't changed for thousands of years. Not changed for thousands of years. Know your genius. Genius is not the sole domain of a rare breed of person. Both you and I are entitled to that label and to play in that space. If we so choose. We'll be back.